At a height of 480 feet above the ground, this pyramid, which is 4,500 years old, hides something intriguing inside. Researchers sent a robot with a camera inside to discover what it was. The robotic camera halted when it encountered a stone slab. The researchers believed there was a secret behind this slab that had been buried for over 4,500 years, and they were determined to uncover it. They attached a drilling machine to the robot, which broke through the stone slab. A camera was sent through the hole and revealed a sight that no one had seen in the last 4,500 years. In Egypt, there are a total of 138 tall pyramids, which have withstood numerous earthquakes and severe storms over the years without moving an inch. The tallest and largest among them is the Great Pyramid of Giza. Remarkably, the base area of this pyramid is equivalent to 31 football fields. It was constructed using massive stones, some weighing as much as 50 tons. Overall, the weight of the pyramid is estimated to be 60 million tons, comparable to the weight of 12 Burj Khalifa towers. But what was the purpose of building such tall and grand pyramids? Thousands of years ago, without any tools, how did people level the walls inch by inch? How did they manage to cut 50-ton stones into square shapes and transport them 480 feet high? Which engineers were skilled enough to design these pyramids to be earthquake-resistant while ensuring all sides were set at an exact angle of 51.5 degrees? You'll find out in today's video, so let's dive into challenge number 1. For centuries, various research teams have been trying to understand the construction techniques of this pyramid. How did each side align perfectly with north, south, east, and west without a compass? Many experts believe the architects must have first located ground that could support the weight of millions of tons of stone. They likely used stars, known as bolar stars, to align the pyramid without any compass or optical instruments. This basic technique was used thousands of years ago, aligned perfectly with the stars. Challenge number 2 was leveling the ground. The land where this pyramid was to be built spanned 13 acres, and even a slight unevenness would have made constructing this mountain of 2.3 million stones impossible. The engineers of that time didn't have laser levels or modern tools. Some experts suggest they may have used a water leveling method by pouring water into containers placed at each corner of the construction site, matching the water levels to ensure the land was level. If one section did not match the water level, it would be adjusted using chisels and hammers. Some experts believe a simple tool was also used, 2 wooden poles with a stone tied in the center by a rope. If the stone touched the ground and the rope aligned perfectly, the land was level. Challenge number 3. Now that the directions were marked, the site was leveled, and it was time to begin construction. However, cutting and transporting millions of tons of heavy stones posed a challenge. They didn't have grinders or chisels at their disposal, yet they managed to cut and shape 50-ton stones into squares or rectangles. But how did they do it? The answer lies in a unique plant that aided in stone cutting. Experts believe the tools used for construction were made not only of copper because they knew copper was too soft for cutting stone. They added a chemical and an alloy, creating a tool that was used with wooden hammers to strike the stones, allowing them to shape the heavy stones over several hours of hard work. Challenge number 4. The specific type of stone used in the pyramid, known today as limestone, was quarried from a city approximately 250 kilometers away. Each stone weighed 50 tons, equivalent to that of 3 passenger buses, and many thousands of such stones were required for one pyramid. Transporting such heavy weights was impossible with any animal or existing means of transport at the time. Instead, this task was achieved using boats on the rivers between Tora and Visa. Large ships were used to transport stones to the pyramid site. Experts believe loading and unloading such large stones would have required at least 500 workers at any given time. Challenge number 5. The research team studying the construction of the pyramid had many answers, but one question loomed large. How did they transport the stones to such heights? Some experts suggest a spiral ramp or zigzagging paths might have been used to move the stones upward, but it's certain that the 50-ton stones were lifted with the help of a workforce. Challenge number 6. The challenges didn't stop at cutting and transporting stones. Inside the pyramid, compartments, pathways, and small tunnels were constructed. Everything seemed fine except one surprising detail. The stones used inside were not limestone, but granite. Yes, granite is considered the second hardest stone in the world, second only to diamond, and it cannot be cut without powerful grinders. Archaeologists were baffled by how the Egyptians managed to cut granite so precisely 4,500 years ago. Eventually, experts discovered that granite was cut using a special type of saw without teeth. Yes, this saw was operated by applying weight on both sides as it moved across the granite, with sand placed in between. Experts believe this method required about 4 months to cut large stones. So, what was the purpose of building these pyramids? How many workers worked simultaneously to create them? And when the robotic camera scanned the stones, what scene did it uncover that hadn't been seen in over 4,500 years? You'll learn all this and more in part 2 of this video. Thank you for your lovely comments and likes.